What's up, guys? You're watching the Quezt, and I'm your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez. We're out here for episode 56. It is 2/5/22. And you guys are out here watching on a day that ends with a Y. Last time I left you, it was the weekend. So how have your days with Y's been? Awesome. Or not. But the good thing about that is you get to try again tomorrow. Never forget, you get to try again tomorrow. Just some rainbow shoots across the screen. Dude, what's up, guys? Last time I left you, it was the weekend. I finished out my weekend pretty strong. I ate good. I lived good. The most important things. I usually like to go from da-da-da to da-da-da, and I don't like to interrupt my work week. Your boy gets tired. Now, I know I look like I'm on 3 perkies right now. I'm not. Your boy's just tired, okay? So, like I said, I start my work week and I finish my work week. Usually no interruptions, don't go out, just come home, do home shit. Boring, right? So I thought I'd shake it up a little bit this week by just going out on a weeknight, do whatever. Now, the only reason I did this is because I was scrolling on the social medias and I saw this show and I was like, oh, well, we should definitely go to this. And it was on a Tuesday. And so, what do you think the show was called? It was called Taco Tuesday at the Comedy Zone. $10 tickets, $5 margaritas, $3 tacos. Now, I somehow still ended up spending like $60. But it was a good show. I'm not on the lineup, so I got to go as a fan, which is dangerous. I'm very respectful, whatever. But I indulged a little bit. And now, this is the most facial hair I've ever had on my face. The reason that is because I couldn't shave. Now, I couldn't shave because I fell on my face. I fell, not there, but coming home, boy fell on his face. Now, that's just between you and I, all right? So, shh. I'll shave whenever I can, okay? So, I go to Taco Tuesday. It was a pretty all right show. I wake up Thursday feeling like I have to do something. I'm like, I got to do something today. I was like, do I got to do stand-up? It's like, no, you idiot. You've already been in the Comedy Zone. And then I have to say that guy who called me an idiot, I have to call him an idiot. And it's like, well, fuck you. I went for Taco Tuesday. So your boy went to the Comedy Zone on Thursday. I did all right. When I wear this white sweatshirt, I get this mean energy. I don't know what it is. It's happened twice now. I hope it doesn't happen again. TBD on the CZ. Sign up is Sunday, so I should be able to hit that, and then I'll be there next week. And if not, I'll find somewhere else. Because your boy's dedicated. This year, I've been doing stand-up every week. How about it? Come at me, bro. Don't come at me. I'm just a comedian. So we like to do this thing where as soon as the show is over on Thursday, we go to the Waffle House, or not really Denny's. I like to go to Denny's, but so we like to go to Waffle House. We go to Waffle House and I order like $44 worth of food. Now, I didn't try to ball out or anything, but was hungry, was super hungry. And I like to get a bunch of customization on my stuff. And then I got a chocolate chip waffle. That's it. Your boy's hungry. Just want a chocolate chip waffle and then all my custom stuff. And I felt picky, but I'm going to tip nice, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to tip nice, so it doesn't matter. I get all my stuff. It comes out. Nothing's custom. Everything's plain. Everything's on the ticket, charged for it. He even came and was like, hey, man, just so you know, it's going to be this much. Okay, cool. Nothing's custom. And then fucking Action Bronson brings me my waffle. And I swear to God, it was like already like brown. Not like a regular like tan looking brown waffle. It was like brown. and it was covered in chocolate. Like, I mean, like, it looked like ants were just all, like, if this was the waffle, this much of it was chocolate chips. And it was disgusting. I couldn't eat it. My waiter even was like, dude, you're going to do him like that? He's going to get cavities. I already got him, but I had the worst Waffle House experience of my life. Like, and then Fatty, Action Bronson's not fat anymore, but Fatty was like, I got to go eat my broccoli. Yeah, we all know what you mean, bruh. Fuck you, fat ass. Anyways, so we're probably going to go to Denny's from now on. I hope. I will let you guys know what happens next week at the Comedy Zone, or what happens next week to me in general, because you guys are going to be here and I'm going to be here and we're going to be talking and it's going to be great. So I am going to fucking gonna get out of this funk that I'm in. That put me in a mood just now. Sorry guys. But I'm going to get out of that by showing you guys what I came across this week. I came across this video of this kid's birthday. Now, if you know where I'm going with this, kudos to you. But this birthday party that this kid was having is way too much fun, okay? So,
for his 8th birthday, got them alcohol-free daiquiri and non-alcoholic bottles.
This kid's 8. And his parents, for his 8th birthday, rented him a party bus for him and all of his friends. They're about to drink and pop bottles. Non-alcohol, but they're about to drink and pop bottles for his 8th birthday.
Picked up his cake.
That's a pretty badass cake.
And the party began.
Okay, so the party begins, right? Look at all of them. Look how fucking awkward they look, dude. What is going on? Okay. This is what makes me think that they weren't alcohol free.
When that first drinks kick in.
But it's just, kids and their sugar rushes, bro. This is about to get insane. Okay, now this is the part that scares the shit out of me. Look at this. What is he doing on the floor? And why did he... What is with this shit?
Birthday boy.
Where did he even see that?
Popping his first bottle.
No, dude. No. And it just turns into this wild bonanza of a time. Oh, he did the bottle. He's turning up the bottle. And all of his friends in the back. Dude, I have a friend named Bird. His story looks like this every weekend. Shout out to Bird.
More bottles.
Look at Shorty in the back, dude. He's chugging what he has. He can get more. She was the only one that answered when I called her from that cell. Get off my screen, dude. So, that was super weird to me. I don't remember having birthday parties. I don't think I ever had one. That might be a painful unlocking memories for another day. I'll think on that, but I don't think I ever had a birthday party. In all my 27 years of being on this earth, I think I've had one birthday party. And that was when I was like 26. So for them to do that for him instead of just, oh, let's take them to the movie theater or the arcade or a bowling alley. Like, I want to know whose idea that was. Because that was so fucking nuts. Now, I wonder what you're thinking. Where were the bitches? Now, no. Don't refer to women like that. But no, you do this same thing with dudes my age, and it's sad. These kids or whatever. It was very funny. When I saw this, I lost my shit. I lost my shit because I was like, that's the kind of influence that kids, like, that you can have on kids like that, like with the rap videos and stuff. And it's music in general. It's so punk to be like that, dude. I know that was, rap or whatever, but it's so fucking punk to be like, and I mean punk in a rock and roll sense, not like a punk ass. Like, it's so fucking punk to be like, oh, you wanted it to go to Chuck E. Cheese? Sorry, bro. And for those of you who don't pronounce it Chuck E. Cheese, Chuck E. Cheese. No, it's Chuck E. Cheese. Shout out to Hank. Hank. Dude, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. It's so fucking punk to have a party like that. Fuck your other 8-year-old parties. If you say to me, hey, do you want to come to my 8-year-old's birthday party? If it's not like this, get out of here, dude. On the other hand, if I said yes accidentally, or I didn't have anything else to do, and I arrived and it was like this, your boy is fucking swinging from the... We're going all out. Give me all the daiquiris, because your boy's about to turn up. Alcohol free, of course. Dude, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And if this is your first time watching the show, I'll explain it a little bit to you. We're going to start off with the imprint of the week. And the imprint, for those of you who can go back and look and read along, we're going to try to do this in one breath. We're going to make our imprint this week. Most of us deal with a lack of depth when it comes to sustaining what we want in life on account of not having enough of a support system of people, whether it's a disconnect via lack of social skills, trust issues because of personal trauma, past history, stereotypes, misconceptions, etc. I feel in part the reason why we are both apart and differently from each other is because we are ultimately meant to find each other in order to feel the missing pieces of who we are as human beings. What has life taught you personally to learn to cultivate these connections while chasing your own greatness? Okay. So, some things that I've learned is just learning a little about a lot. Learning and knowing a little about a lot. People say a little goes a long way. I totally agree. I learn a little about a lot so I can connect with many different people. I'm a master of none. I'm kind of like a Renaissance man. And I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even go that far. But master of none, it's to a fault. I wish I had stayed more disciplined in certain areas, like specifically. But it helps me connect. Because all I need is that little bit. If I, with my social issues, if I can extend that branch, break that barrier of like, so what's your shit, man? And then they tell me, whether it's sports, comics, cartoons, like certain arts and other entertainment forms of it, entertainment, I feel like I can connect with them. Even if it's like all the way from Gilmore Girls to old Mad TV skits, like, I don't know, I try to absorb as much as I can so I can export as much as I can, if that makes sense. And making those connections, it helps me find out, because ultimately the only reason I ever try to become friends with you is so I can make you laugh. and be there for you and care and love and blah, blah, blah. But that's what I like to do. I like to have a silly time, and I like to have fun, and I like to make people laugh. But I don't know how to do that unless I know what you like, and then from what you like, it's like, from what you like, it's like, I know a little more about you, if that makes sense. And I can kind of judge not your whole entire humor catalog based off of what you like, but what can I joke around with you with, blah, blah, blah. If you like this, you probably feel this way. Inferences, assumptions, but with detail, they're more inference-based, if that makes sense. But that's about it, while focusing on my own greatness. If I can do what I want, that's great to me. Like, that's what true greatness is being able to do exactly what you want and live exactly how you want. And like I said, if I'm trying to make you laugh and I succeed, then that just makes me, in my eyes, I'm doing what I want to do. And that makes me great. In my eyes. I know I'm great in all your guys' eyes, but no. That's basically what the Imprint is all about, is just making connections and inferences, rarely assumptions. You can't go around assuming. Assuming gets you in trouble. So you need detail. That means you need context. You need to connect. What am I saying right now? No. The Imprint of the week for this week is about making connections and breaking social barriers. And I hate talking to people. I hate people. You get me in a room full of people, and I think that's why people don't fuck with me at the Comedy Zone, honestly. It's because I just look and I have resting bitch face because I'm anxious and I don't know what to say. I can't talk to people. I can talk to a person. See what they like. Kind of, oh, bro, you like Duck Dynasty? Hell yeah. Yeah, you watch Ninja Warrior? Dude, that's what's up. Like, I just bounce around. Just thought bounce. Or thought hop. That's what I like to call it. I like to thought hop. And THOUGHT, not THOT. Yo, episode 56, thought hopping. THOT. Dude, is that it? Dude, shout out to Imprint Jones in the Imprint District for the Imprint of the Week. Make your imprint. Fucking. Now that button was the slash button. I don't think I played it going into the Imprint of the Week, but that's the slash. On to the next subject. Fucking. Now, because I did it twice, we're not going to skip the thing that I had planned and go on to the... Anyways, Queztion. The Queztion is exactly what it sounds like. It's a question. But we're watching the Quezt. So, it's going to be the question. Question of this week. What's something that you had to get yourself? And I mean it just like that. What's something that you had to get yourself? Independently. Like, I really want one of those. And you tell everybody. Maybe your mom, your dad, your significant other, your brother, your friends. Hey, I want this. And they're like, cool. And they never get it for you. So you have to go get it yourself. What's something that you had to go get yourself? And I asked my brother, like, not for the unlocking memories and all that stuff and questions and stuff, but I bounce ideas off of the people that I know listen. So he told me to go like 13 or 14 with the unlocking memories, and I might not do that, but I might. You'll see. So I was thinking around that age, and I was like, when I got my job, my first job at Wampus Woods, shout out to Wampus Woods, Haunted Trail, they didn't pay me the best, but it was enough to do what I wanted to do, which was get an Xbox 360. That's all I wanted to do. We didn't come from much money. So I went out and I worked for a whole entire month. And my month's salary was able to pay for my Xbox. So shout out to that. And the next thing that I'm going to dive in a little more in, just a little more in, because the 360 lasted a long time. I got an iPod Touch. That's what I really wanted to harp on with this. Same thing with the Wampus Woods. I worked there the following year, if not the year prior. And I got me an iPod Touch. Oh, I wanted one so bad. I really wanted an iPhone, but I think that was like a year or two out from being like super popular. At that point, I only knew one person with an iPhone. And so I get this iPod Touch, and you could do so much on this thing. You had like the toilet paper game, and then you had fucking Tap Tap Revolution, dude. You had the lighter. You fucking, and it's like with the candy cigarettes, couldn't beat it, dude. You could like drink fake beer out of it. Preposterous. Sometimes you could download an app and you could text and call or whatever, but for the most part, it was just a little thing. It wasn't even a phone. So here I am with my Verizon phone and my iPod Touch, but your boy's coolin'. I got that iPod Touch myself, bro. My boy Alex jailbroke it via LimeWire. Shout out to LimeWire. Had like 800 plus songs on there, bro. My brother, I'm not going to name which one. My brother fell asleep with it on his chest. Now, that's okay. You're probably thinking, oh, it overheated. No. Right then, when I just said that, in my brother's head, he said, shit. So, my brothers wet the bed till they were like 18, something like that. No. My brothers maliciously wet the bed. So my iPod was done for. I worked so fucking hard to get that iPod Touch. Sorry, did I say iPad before? I pissed on my iPad. I worked so hard to get that iPod Touch and all those games. Dude, I had fucking... If you don't know this game right here, what are you doing with your life? It's called paper toss. Now, paper toss, you see it's like, oh, all I got to do is... You see that 30? That's how hard that little fan in the corner is blowing. So imagine when it's like 180 and you're flicking and it just hits left. I'm doing a bad job at explaining the game, but it's so fun and so addicting. My high score, my music, my pictures, all of it gone. Anyways, so I had to get that myself. Go ahead, ask my brothers where they got theirs. And not one. They didn't get to share one. They got one each. Ask them where they got it. Ask them where they worked to get their iPod Touches. Mi padre. My dad saw how much fun I was having with my iPod. And he saw how much fun they were having with my iPod. And so he got them their own. Each. Now. What do you think happened to theirs? The same thing that happened to mine? Well, you'd be correct. And that's what you get. This is my payback for you pissing on my iPod Touch. Is I announce it to the world. I love you guys. Dude. Is that it? What's something that you had to get yourself? Post it in the comments, whatever you want to do. I don't give a fuck. Tell me next week. Tell me in person. Call me up. Text me. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. You know what I'm saying? Dude, fucking... Now, this is one more slash than I usually do. I'll hit it again if you want me to. Just let me know. Nah, I don't want to hit the fucking... We're rocking the suburbs! I like that one. I like that one a lot. On to the unlocking memories. What I have written down is smoking weed for the first time. Now, I don't really like to talk about recreationals on the Quest. It's just, I don't like to be synonymous with stuff like that. I just like to do my own thing, keep it a silly time. We don't need that. But it is my life, so I want to talk about it. I want to share that with you guys. So, smoking weed or pot or whatever you want, marijuana for the first time. I was about 12 years old, and I had a friend, Jordan. He came over to my house, and we were just chilling, and my parents had left with my brothers, and he goes, "It smells like weed in here." And he had older brothers, and he knew what it smelled like and stuff, and I was like, weed? That's funny. Nobody in this fucking house smokes weed. Everybody's yelling and whatever. I just, no way. From what I thought it was at the time, like the hippie drug that's like, hey man, like nobody around my house was like that. Dude, I have thick bologna written down. My dad calls my mom one time and he's like, "Why don't we have any bologna?" And I don't know what she's saying because it wasn't on speaker or whatever, but she apparently got thick bologna instead of regular size. And so he wasn't able to make as many sandwiches. Bro, he was like, I love him. I love you so much, bro. He was like, "You always get regular bologna." Dude, so I'm like, there's no way that guy is smoking pot. There's no way. I later learned maybe he just didn't have it or something. So Jordan goes, "It smells like pot." And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Nobody in this house smokes pot. So he bloodhounds bloodhounds straight to my dad's stash. Fuck him. What are you going to do, arrest him? Straight to my dad's stash. And he pops open this blue Tupperware. Well, we do. It was like Indiana Jones when he finds the treasure and it's just like gold like lights up in our faces. Not really him. I didn't, he knew what it was. I didn't. So I had this realization. I was like, holy shit, my dad smokes weed. And I was like, holy shit, I know what weed looks like. So with the recreationals that I've bought, I've never bought grass clippings. I knew what it looked like from day one. So you weren't getting over on me. You weren't getting over on old Robbie. So we find it, and the first thing I do is like, I gotta take some. I got to. I may never get this chance again. I'm gonna take some, and I'm gonna go do it with my friends because it's not like I got it. I'm 12 years old. I'm not asking anybody for that. Nobody's gonna give a 12-year-old pot. Nobody should give a 12-year-old pot. And that's not what he did at all. My dad had no idea for like 2 years. 2.5 before he caught me. That's for another unlocking memories though. So I knew that it wasn't sketch. Obviously it was very sketch, but I knew that it wasn't from a sketchy place. I trusted my dad. He's obviously walking around and alive. It just blew my mind. I was like, that's how stressful it must be to be an adult. Like, he's got all this going on. We're living in the trailer at the time. We're fucking rocking the suburbs, rocking the trailer park. So I didn't really understand why. I'm not going to tell him that I know, because then that's an argument, and you're grounded, and it's life-changing at that point. That point, it's life-changing. Didn't want to change my life yet. Just wanted to experiment a little. So who do I go to? I go to my boy, Alex. And it's not like he was like shocked, but in his realm of recreationals, like that was that was like a whole nother part of his life. Like he had his like sporty life, and then he had his recreational life. And so he was like, oh shit, like he didn't see it coming from this side. like he didn't see me being a bad influence and the bad influence that I became on my friends or whatever. I don't think so. But no, we all got together, him, me, Caleb, and from what I remember, doctor's note or warning or whatever, I don't think you're supposed to I don't think you're supposed to participate in stuff like that until your brain is fully developed. 25, I think, is when the brain caps out on development. So I don't think, if I could go back and not do it until 25, that's what I would do. I feel like I stunted my growth as far as mental capacity. I wasn't even halfway to 25, and I did that. So it's not a regret of mine. I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't partake in whatever all throughout my youth and to this day. So I'm glad about who I am. I just wish I would have waited. So not to be a bummer on anybody living their life, live your life. Just know you need to be exercising that mind until you can get it fully grown. Do the reps, do the mental reps, work on yourself. Like, be headstrong, but be malleable. Anyways, just the giggles, the little giggle puss stuff. It wasn't anything near the strains or the strength that people have today. And this is why I don't like getting into it, because it was a huge, was whatever you want to say, a huge part of my life. But I don't like to be synonymous with that. I'm more than that. Anybody who does that, that's cool. It's something you do. It's not something that does you. Not to be perverted. But you do it, and you choose to do it. And I want you to know that. If you don't have any, then you don't have any. It's not like that. You can't get addicted to weed. Sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's, I need to be chill, or it's just like when people treat a cigarette like that. It's the same thing. I can't stand when people are like, man, I need a blunt. Like, that's, it's disgusting. I'm not a fan of when people wear it on their t-shirts or sweaters, like ugly Christmas sweater. Like, I don't know. You can be that. That's cool. Shout out to the potheads, bro. But you're more than that. And that's why we don't. If you knew, and you probably will, I'll come out with it, how many unlocking memories I have related to weed. And then I want to tell the whole story. I don't want to give you guys a PG-13 version, because then it's like you have no context. But I kind of get weirded out, because it's like, well, wow, how many unlocking memories do I have to do that have to do with weed? Or any, like, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm a good role model. I don't want to be a bad influence, and we're going to end on a high note. But I just want you guys to be careful. And I don't want to be the guy out promoting and shouting from the rooftops like, hey, I did this, and this is how you should be. I do want to have a silly time. But what's not silly is fucking yourself up and fucking your brain up. And I love you guys, and I care about you guys. And I am not usually this responsible. I'll play the Cena button in a second because I'm ranting. But just take care of yourself. And if you're going to dabble in recreationals, don't let it consume you. Doing that is not your personality. Enhancing your personality with that, okay. But doing that is not the activity. You do that, and then you go do the activity. Sometimes it's good to chill and have a little That 70s Show sesh. But if that's all you're doing, you got to go out. Go see some, city lights or something. Go see some sights. Go talk to people. Connect with people. That's what you should do. Use it as a tool. Use it for what it is, and use it as a tool. That's my advice for that. And if you have friends that don't participate in that, then kudos to you. Because usually when you participate in recreationals, those are the only kind of friends that you have. Which is cool. That's how you have this inner circle or whatever. But you need to be looking at other areas of life. And I hate that I got all serious. I just get passionate about the stuff I care about. And that was something that I was and am passionate about. Just with the side effects. And here I go getting serious again. But just with the side effects of life. Do whatever you have to do to get through life without hurting other people. And if you are doing something, and even if your family's like, hey man, you probably shouldn't be doing that. If you're not on the side of logic, and you know what that means. If you're not on the side of logic, you got to get on that side of logic. The right side. It's hard to argue with logic, bro. And I don't even mean the rapper, bro. Shout out to Eli. Fuck you, Eli. But no, that was... I guess I really didn't talk about it too much. We didn't know how to roll. We just hit it out of this pipe that we had that was actually for tobacco, and it was awful. It was always coughing, your throat hurts, and everything's funny, and you don't know why. The classic story. I'd probably remember more if I didn't do as many as I did. I will see you guys next week. Thank you for being out here. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and subscribing and not being cum socks. And that's the last thing. If you don't know what a cum sock is, you probably are one. No. Like and subscribe. Don't be a cum sock. Don't be that thing, that crusty old thing in the floor that nobody wants to take care of. Nobody wants to go... That sock's never going to get thrown in the wash. No. A cum sock is an undesirable person. I wish I had the definition. I'll put it up in the credits. Cum sock. An undeniable person or undesirable person with no positive qualities or traits. This has been episode 56. Thank you guys for being out here with me. I love you so much. I have to go. And I will see you next week, okay? Ba-da-ba.